Hey guys! Thanks for tuning in for another LightMAYker video. This is episode 13. We're back in the Love Nook. I'm really loving doing some of these videos out of my meditation nook. Maybe just because I get to be comfortable and surrounded by pillows while I talk to you, but it's working, right? So today I'm going to talk about Kundalini Yoga because one of the emails I got about suggestions for videos was to explain a little bit about Kundalini Yoga because they said that they have been hearing a lot about it, but that they were still a little nervous to take a class, weren't really sure what exactly it was. And I definitely see this a lot. I think a lot of times people aren't really sure if they know what Kundalini Yoga is. So I'm going to dive right into that because I want to help demystify it for you. But I want to start off with actually reading the Wikipedia definition of Kundalini Yoga because then I'm going to totally rip in my own words and probably butcher it. But this way you know like the legitimate definition of it, okay? So here it goes. Kundalini Yoga derives its name through a focus on awakening the Kundalini energy through regular practice of meditation, pranayama, chanting mantra, and yoga asana. Called by practitioners the yoga of awareness, it aims to cultivate the creative spiritual potential of a human to uphold values, speak truth, and focus on the compassion and consciousness needed to serve and heal others. And I just think that's absolutely beautiful. So that is what it is, to be honest with you. But realistically, I know that a lot of you guys probably just see people wearing all white, wearing turbans, looks a little intense. It is intense. Yes, I don't always dress up like that when I do my Kundalini Yoga. Actually, I've only worn a head covering for when I did White Tantric, which is a day-long Kundalini workshop, and so I haven't really made it a practice of mine. And there are plenty of times when I roll up to sadhana, which is the 5 to 7 a.m. It's a yoga kriya and chanting in the morning for 2 hours while the sun rises, and I'm still like in my pajamas. So nobody judges you in a Kundalini class. You can come as you are, as you would go to regular yoga class. Do not be intimidated by that. Yes, your teacher will be wearing all white and wearing a turban, and yes, there will be other people in class that might be wearing that as well. But like I said, it's like come one, come all. It's just an incredibly loving environment, an accepting environment, and you do not need to be intimidated about that at all. So I'll just put that out there right away. And so in my own terms, how I would describe Kundalini Yoga versus regular yoga, I often tell my friends that Kundalini Yoga is kind of like regular yoga on crack. Only because I think of the meditative feeling I get. I feel like Kundalini Yoga is like this super highway to connecting to your soul and your inner light, and really just blasts out your ego. And I think that there are, I don't know, it's definitely a different experience than regular yoga because you can't not, in my opinion, I think it's nearly impossible to not have a spiritual experience in Kundalini Yoga. I think it's the entire Kriya, which is what we call, the Kriya is the sequence that you get on any given day, and there are thousands of different Kriyas. So you'll go to class, and you'll do a little warm-up, and it'll be, some like stretching back and forth. You'll do a little meditation, maybe you'll do some twisting or whatnot, and then you'll head on to your Kriya. And your Kriya is, again, it's like, the thing I love about the Kriyas is that they all have like a specific purpose. So, your teacher will tell you, today we're doing a Kriya for intuition, or today we're doing a Kriya for expanding your lung capacity. I'm doing a Kriya right now for withstanding the pressure of time. I'm doing it daily. And that's a powerful one. So the Kriyas are very prescriptive, which I find really interesting and helpful. But at the same time, when you go to class, you don't necessarily know what Kriya they're doing. So the teacher will let you know what the Kriya you're doing, and then like I did, I went to a class and they happened to be doing that Kriya for withstanding the pressures of time, and it just resonated with me so much that I asked the teacher to email it to me so that I could do it on my home at home on my own. So yeah. So that's pretty much how it's set up, and what's actually in the Kriyas is different from regular yoga in the way of it's meditation and it's lots of repetitive movements or holding a certain pose for a while, which is it's not like a regular yoga asana where you're doing your sun salutations, then you're doing downward dog. There's definitely times where you'll do something and stay in downward dog for a couple of breaths. There's definitely physical things, but each Kriya is very different. So you'll have some Kriyas where maybe you'll be in easy pose for most of the time, which is where I'm in now, just like sitting cross-legged. And you might be doing a lot of arm motions like this, or like this, or like there's, it is a little bit out there in that way that it's definitely going to push you outside your comfort zone. I'll never forget the first Kundalini class I went to. They had us panting like dogs to learn Breath of Fire. So for those of you are familiar with Breath of Fire is just breathing out your nose and like watching your belly go like so you're contracting your belly to your spine as you're breathing out your nose, and it's the same motion as panting. So a lot of times when they're learning it, you just have people pant. So it's like. But if you don't know that, I mean, it took me a while to get the hang of it. You just go, and I remember after my first couple classes, it really pushed me outside my comfort zone in a great way, because I really, you had to drop your ego at the door. There was this one class, I still remember this, me and my girlfriend were going to it, and she brought her boyfriend at the time, and it was like this, I think it was a workshop or something, and the two of us were like, oh, I hope they don't do anything like too crazy because he's here. And of course there's like a 20-minute dance break in the middle of class, and we're all like dancing around. He was a trooper. He was great though. It was a really funny experience. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I really say, if you're feeling called to try it, go to a class, check your ego at the door and really just enjoy it and have fun and have an experience. If something is too hard, if it's like holding a posture and it's too hard, teachers are great at communicating with you, either, a modification that you can do. And the bottom line with Kundalini Yoga is you listen to your body. One of my teachers in class, actually a few days ago, mentioned, she was like, we all have a different practice because we all have a different body. So I'm going to, so I give you this Kriya, I'm telling you to do these moves, but you know your body, so you know your practice. Hey, I can't do that because my shoulder's bothering me today. Or you know what, I'm like, only you know the difference between pushing yourself to that limit of, wow, this is an experience that's helping me break through a certain level, and this is an experience that's hurting me, and it's never to hurt you. So yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could tell you guys about Kundalini. It's just, there's a lot of chanting, a lot of mantra work. It's really, all I can say is that it's been a total game changer in my life. It is such an extraordinary tool that helps me, literally, I keep on thinking of the word superhighway, because it literally feels like a superhighway back to, like, a superhighway to your own soul. Like, when I'm feeling disconnected, when I'm having a funky day, I head to class. I head to my Kundalini. I love it in my daily practice. I was meditating for a bit before I stumbled upon Kundalini, but when I found a Kundalini meditation, I honestly can't remember how I came to. It might have been through Gabby Bernstein or someone with Hayos. I don't know. But it was something like that, and I just remember doing one of the meditations and being like, wow, that was so powerful. And I really felt my state change. I felt my entire energy change. So I knew that I had to investigate. And then once I went to my first class, I was hooked. And now, if you're in New York City and you go to Golden Bridge Yoga, you'll probably run into me. That is my jam. So So yeah, so for those of you that are scared, that are nervous about Kundalini yoga, I would say give it a whirl, give it a try, find a spot in your town that offers it if you can, and go to a class. It's really something just to experience, and then you can decide if it's for you. And we all, like I said, we all have our different practices. We all have things that resonate with us, that don't resonate with us. So, different strokes for different folks, as I like to say. But Kundalini is definitely something very, very special to me, very dear to my heart. So if you're thinking about it, I encourage you to go take that leap. And if you're going to GB, let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you think of Kundalini. Let me know if you're going to a class. I want to hear about it. I'm so excited. If you guys have any more questions before you head to a class, feel free to leave that in the comments below. And also, I am leading my own little meditation circle in the park in the East Village in New York City next Monday, this Monday, the 18th at 8 a.m. And it'll be really fun. I'm going to have some healthy breakfast treats for you guys. And we're going to get really zen to start our week on Monday. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll leave the link below if you want to join me. I would love to see you in New York City on Monday. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.